Hello and welcome, Afrodita Hebar Kljun.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome and dobrodošli to Australia.
Thank you.
Afrodita, you are a member of the board of OIDFA for Slovenia and president of the Congress Organizing Committee. And you are in Adelaide here for the World Lace Congress, at which Slovenian lace was exhibited. How was the Congress for you? How did you find it?
Oh, it was great. It was a big event with a lot of people coming, and there were lace makers from all the world. So it was a great opinion to meet lace makers from other countries, to exchange knowledge, to exchange meanings. So it was very nice.
As well as yourself, a number of other people came with you from Slovenia, and you were represented on a number of stands. What kind of stands did you have here at the exhibition?
We have 3 stands here because we, as every country, we represent our national stand. Then we have a Congress stand for a Congress 2016, and Idrija has its own stand also.
What type of lace did you exhibit here at the exhibition?
Well, we represented Slovenian lace because in Slovenia we work laces almost around all the country, from north to south, from east to west. There are many lace makers. We count for Congress that there is probably 2,500 adult lace makers and about 1,500 children making laces today in Slovenia.
So at the Congress here, what kind of reaction did you get from the people, the visiting public?
They were very interesting in Slovenia and in Slovene lace because we are kind of, something exotic for most of lace makers, because we are a small country, a new country, and they don't know much about us. So they are very interesting to come 2016 in Slovenia to see Slovenian lace, but also to see Slovenia.
Were they particularly interested in something in about Slovenian lace? Is it something that really interested them?
Yes, they're interesting, because they don't know much about Slovenian lace. So they ask a lot what kind of lace we produced, how we do it, because, for example, here in Australia, the way of making is totally different. They use the different pillows, different bobbins. So it is really interesting for them.
So how did you... that is Slovenia, come to Adelaide to exhibit? Why did you come to Adelaide? It's such a long way from home.
Yeah, but OIDFA, like international organization, has every second year a congress in other country, and every country can make a bid to organize a congress. And Australian lace makers 5 years ago, they win a bid, and so the Congress was now here in Adelaide.
I see. As stated previously, you are a member of the board.
Yes.
And also president of the Congress Organizing Committee.
Yes.
What are your responsibilities in relation to these functions?
Well, as a member of Administrative Council, I'm representing Slovenian lace makers in international organization. So, as now I have a new responsibility that I'm a president of organizing committee. That means that I'm the one who take care of how Congress will be organized, but I have a very good support from other members of Congress Organizing Committee. We are 12, so I usually say, you know that Slovene proverb that after every successful man, there is a woman, but here is, after me there are 10 women and 1 big man, so I have a big support, and I think our Congress will be very successful.
I suppose that is going to be a very big job to organize that.
It will be a big job, and I think it will be a very big event. We think that there will be about 1,000 of registered participants, and about some 1,000, maybe even 10,000 of day visited, because Slovenia has a very good location in Europe, in the middle of the Europe, or as we said, in the heart of Europe. So people from neighbor country will probably come with buses, with trains and so on. And we are expecting that OIDFA Congress 2060 will be the biggest Congress in Slovenia 2016, yes.
How long have you yourself been involved with lace making?
25 years.
Do you specialize in particular type of lace?
No, I am designer by profession, so I'm more interested in designing new laces, to draw patterns, to develop laces, to find new use of laces, because I think that as every traditional, let's say, craft or art, depends, lace making also has to go with time. If we want to motivate young people to make laces and to keep that knowledge, we should give them possibility to feel connected with the tradition, you know. And if you stay just in tradition, they don't feel connected with it, you know. It's pastime. The lace has to live today. It has to be used today. It has to be useful. It has to be wearable. So this is my field of interest.
Just going back about lace in Slovenia, what are the origins of lace in Slovenia? How long has lace making been?
It's a difficult question. We don't know exactly, but the oldest written records are from middle 17th century, and it is about lace making in Ljubljana. We have some kind of codex for a young noble woman or girls, in which is written that every noble girl has to know how to make laces. Then Janez Vajkard Valvazor, in his famous book, I don't know the English word, I think it's something like Glory of Slava Vojvodine Kranjske, I cannot translate. He's also writing about lace making in Ljubljana. Then we have about some 10 years or something like that later, we have written record about working laces between lower class in Idrija. So it was probably more spread, but we don't have, you know, a lot of documents. The problem with lace is that it is fabric, you know, and with years and hundreds of years, they just raspade.
Yeah, just fell apart. Yeah.
Yes, fell apart.
Because of age.
Yes, because of age. Yes.
Yeah. What style of lace was popular back then, in those 200, 300 years ago?
Yeah, it is interesting because we always connect laces with women's, but in past the man was the one who wear the laces. The first they wear it around the around the hands and around the here, and also when they have boots, they have a big laces around the boots. So later it comes in fashion for women. And it was special. I mean, usually noble people, plemstvo, kako se reče?
The higher class?
The higher class wear laces, yeah. It was also a symbol, you know.
Prestige, symbol of prestige?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. How were the skills of lace making at that time passed from one generation to the next one?
Yeah, for sure it was first, you know, mother teach the daughter or son or something like that. But in 1763 there was a first lace school established in Ljubljana. It worked just 5 years. But in 1963 there was a lace school established in Idrija, and soon after that, 1888, there was a middle school for embroidery and lace making established in Ljubljana also. And after that, a lot of schools were established around the Slovenia, in Žiri, in Železniki, Polhogradec, for example. So they have educated teachers which get its knowledge in Vienna and educate pupils.
So lace making schools today in Slovenia, how many are there, or where are they located?
Yes, we still have free lace maker school. The one is in Idrija, another one in Železniki, and the third one in Žiri. And altogether educate about 700 pupils every year. But we also have lace making like chosen subject. So you can, in 7th, 8th and 9th class of primary school. So if somebody wants to learn how to make laces, it choose lace making. And this you can learn in Ljubljana, in Kranj, in some of the cities in Koroška region. So there are about another 300 pupils, so about 1,000 of pupils every year.
So are the pupils, the students, are they school age or the adults as well, or how is the mix?
Yeah, we have also, let's say, adult students, but they are not going permanently to the school like pupils, but they are going more like workshops and classes. Lace makers group, where they meet every, let's say, once a week, and the lace makers who know more teach that one who knows less, you know, they educate each others, and sometimes they also have lace teachers. So it is a lot of possibility to learn lace making in Slovenia.
There is a lace museum in Idrija.
Yes.
What kind of things are on display there?
You can see laces from the past centuries, but there are also modern creations from nowadays, from modern designers. And there is also a lace museum in Železniki and a small lace exhibition in Žiri, because Idrija, Žiri and Železniki are, let's say, historical lace centers. And in all of 3 villages or towns, they try to keep that tradition of lace making.
Lace making encompasses several methods of creating lace, such as sewing, crocheting, knitting and bobbin. Which method is most popular in Slovenia?
Bobbin lace making, for sure.
Why is that most popular?
It's difficult to answer, but usually we said that lace making is the queen of the handicraft work. So it is difficult, but when you are involved in these streets, it's difficult to go out.
So is this the most difficult technique of making lace, the bobbin style?
It is very difficult. Yes, it is very difficult. Maybe needle lace is also, I mean, you spend a lot of time to make it, but bobbin lace making is maybe more difficult.
So how long would it take someone to learn bobbin lace making to come up to a good standard?
You can learn basics in, we have like workshops, it's 30 hours, but this is really basics. If you want to be advanced lace makers, you need years. For example, children, when they go to the school, they usually start with the 6th, and when they finish a primary school, they are 15. That means they learn 9 years, and the good ones are, you know, educated lace makers. So let's say 9 years.
This is a picture of a lace top.
Yes.
How long would it have taken to make something like this, do you think?
About 2-3 months.
And what about the price?
With the price is, well, the real price, let's say, will be about 2,000-3,000 of euros. But lace makers doesn't get that money, because lace making is very bad paid. Now in Slovenia, lace makers get between 80 cents and €1.5 per hour. So it is awfully paid, yes. And this is probably the reason that most of lace makers in Slovenia doesn't work because of money, but because of, you know, they like to work with hands. They enjoy to work that.
Slovenian lace has a reputation for excellence in quality and prestige. How did Slovenian lace achieve such recognition?
There are many reasons, but the main is that we have uninterrupted a tradition of lace schools.
So it's continuous.
Yes. And it is important that, you know, that when you start to learn, you learn on proper way, and that teacher teach you at the right way. So once you make as it has to be, then you make it the whole life like that.
Lace making spans a panorama of things and includes clothes, napkins, curtains, bed linen, clothes, and ornaments for clothes, earrings, necklaces, gloves, and even for shoes. Has lace making always included such a large variety of applications, or was this more a recent phenomenon?
No, it's not, because it is well known that, for example, Louis XIII wear a lot of laces, also on the shoes. So it was a thing of prestige, you know. Later, because, you know, of that revolution, the fashion goes out of the lace go out of the fashion, but now it is also, let's say, fashionable. You can see laces in mode shows of fashion designers, and it doesnn't go out of the fashion.
Yeah, I've seen some spectacular dresses. You actually had one on display here at the Congress, the black dress with the lace and the...
Yeah, it is one of the, let's say, creations made by Slovene fashion designers. I think it was made 2 years ago for Idrija festivals, but we are also planning a fashion show for a Congress 2060. We are planning to invite Slovenian fashion designers to make creations with laces.
What type of thread is used in lace making?
Today, usually a cotton, also some linen, but it is known that, you know, in history also a silk and the gold thread was used for make, or metal, other metals also was used to make lace.
What kind of trends have you noticed in lace making over the last few years?
I can say that there is a big, a lot of lace makers try to make small things like, you know, for a fashion, to have earrings and
jewelry.
Yes, like a jewelry. Yes. That's the hottest trend, yes, now at that moment, yeah.
I've seen a lace pattern incorporated with other materials to construct an article, like a picture of a flower. It's got different types of laces and other materials, and this is getting like almost art, like a picture art.
Yeah, I don't like too easy connections with lace making and art, because lace making is a craft. But when it is made on high level, on high craft level, and it has also some kind of idea inside, when it tries to tell something more, when it's not just a fashion, just you know, like a facade, then we can talk about the fashion. About art.
Does Slovenian lace exhibit at other events in the world?
We exhibit Slovenian lace a lot of time all around. For example, before I come to Adelaide, I was on Island Park in Croatia, where they have also lace festival. They make needle lace, but they invited us to exhibit there, so they were very impressed by our laces, because they didn't expect that also bobbin lace can be so delicate.
As we said earlier, the next World Congress will be in Slovenia in 2016. Yes. Do you have any ideas how you'll present the Congress?
Yeah, we have, of course, we have a lot of ideas. Well, the Congress will be in the center of the city.
This will be in Ljubljana?
Yes, it will be in the center of Ljubljana. Because Ljubljana has, you know, we are expecting a lot of people, so Ljubljana has enough capacity to host such so many people. There will be a congress from 24th to 26th of June 2016. Before that, we will have a workshop, lace workshop, but we will not have them in Ljubljana, but in Slovene lace centers. That means some workshops will be in Idrija, another ones in Železniki, and some of them in Žiri. After the Congress, we will organize also a lace tour around Slovenia. It will be 5 days tour, and we will visit, you know, the most attractive tourist spots and some museums, and I think we will represent the whole Slovenia to people who will come on a Congress.
So will you have like a website or something like that?
Of course, people can for sure we will have
track of progress. Or?
Yes, we are planning to open a website after the 2nd of October, and it already has an address, but it's not working yet.
Okay.
So,
what is the difference between human handmade lace and machine made?
Yeah. The difference is that machine is working always the same. The humans may make mistakes, you know, but that mistakes makes laces human, you know, because it is very nice story from years back, when a lace maker from Slovenia send her lace on competition, and they didn't accept it because they said it is machine made, because it was so perfect, you know, that they didn't believe it is made by a human being.
How do you see lace progressing in the future? What do you see future trends of lace?
I think that lace has to follow the time. That means that it cannot be, you know, today's life doesn't support that kind of things like lace curtains and lace linen and so on, because young woman doesn't have a time to wash, to iron that on proper way. So lace has to find another way to be involved in contemporary society. Yes. And I especially think that we had to find what could be interesting for young people, because if young people will not use a lace, it will lose its
appeal.
Yes.
Relevance.
Yes, of course.
Afrodita, thank you for the interview, and we wish you great success in organising the next World Lace Congress, which will be in Slovenia in 2016.
Thank you, and welcome to Congress.
I think it is now time for the flag to be passed on. So I will invite the Afrodita from Slovenia to receive the flag from the organizing committee. You go. On va maintenant passer à la cérémonie du drapeau. Donc le comité australien va remettre le drapeau à la représentante Afrodita du comité de Slovénie. You see some images from Slovenia in the background. So the flag will now fly to Slovenia, will be safely kept for the next 2 years and pass on to the next at the end of the Slovenian Congress. Le drapeau s'envole maintenant pour la Slovénie, où il va être précieusement gardé et être remis au prochain comité organisateur en 2016. Thank you.